I listened to the latest Joe Rogan podcast, and he had Quentin Tarantino on.
Oh.
And there was a part in the interview where they were talking about the difference between TV shows and movies, and how Quentin Tarantino, he knows why he prefers movies, even though a lot of TV shows these days are really cinematic and put together like a movie. So it's got a movie feel to these TV shows. And Quentin Tarantino gave Yellowstone as an example, because he said he watched the first season of Yellowstone 3 years after it came out, because he wanted to know what all the fuss was about. And he said he really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed season 1 of Yellowstone, and it sort of made him want to watch the next season, because he said he was a big fan of Kevin Costner as well, and he liked what Kevin Costner did in the first season. But one of the things he said was interesting was, with the difference between TV shows and movies, was that in movies you get a start, middle, and end, all in under 2 hours. Where in TV shows you gotta watch. It sort of ends up to be like a soap opera, and it doesn't really end. And then when you finish, if you finish 3 or 4 seasons of a show, you sort of forget what happens.
Yeah.
Because you're always in the moment as the episodes go. You're in the moment all the time, and once you get past 3 or 4 seasons, you don't know. You tend to forget whatever happened, all the little details going through.
That's so true. It's so true.
Whereas in the movie, you remember the whole thing for the rest of your life, sort of thing. Whereas, so he said it's not a good or bad thing. He just said that that's the difference in what you prefer and what he prefers. Even though TV series are like really good now, they're like movie-esque. You've seen that with Shoal Street Day, where they're trying to be cinematic on Shoal Street.
Yeah.
With the lighting and all that kind of stuff and the camera work. But no, it's like, it was an interesting
sometimes I watch
conversation to listen to, eh?
A lot of times I watch a mean TV series like what Yellowstone is, and then it goes through a boring patch, and then I kind of feel like, fucking let's get to the fucking end, man. I want to know, man. Like, sometimes you can read the writing on the wall, but then they just throw shit in there. It's just like, fuck. And then like the main plot kind of like just carries on for. It's almost like listening to a sales guy who just gives you enough teaser at the end there to go, fuck, now I gotta watch the next one, and then the next one, and then you're hooked. And now 5 seasons later, I'm still watching this fucking cowboy shit.
But he was right with one thing, because I did the exercise in my head when I was listening to Quentin say, and I figured, okay, do I know the storyline? One of the storylines, old storylines in the Yellowstone season 2 or 3? I have no idea. Like, I remember, but I don't remember what happened. You only remember what's sort of like, because there's so many storylines, so many, it's like a roller coaster ride, and you're there at the moment all the time. You can't really, if someone asks you, what episode was blah, 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 and you don't even know. If you can think about storylines in the past of Yellowstone series, you wouldn't even know either. And so, yeah, I thought that was interesting. How about you? Do you prefer movies over a TV series, or?
Because I like to really get into a story, especially about if it's a really good show and I'm really into it. I think I would rather prefer the TV series, because it really gets into detail of the story, the characters, and everything. Then the movie, where you just got the 2 hours, like how you said, to start, the middle, and the end, and then that's it. Where you can actually dive into these characters, or they can explain more about this character or this certain theme or what's going on, how this become that kind of stuff. Travel back to the past, time skips, whatever they want to put in their scripts. So yeah, I do like TV series a lot more than movies. But then the movie has its place, like for Star Wars. Man, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Can't beat that.
Yeah, it's interesting that the decisions these studios have to decide whether to make a story a movie or a TV series. Because they did that to Moana too. It was supposed to be a TV series, but they changed their mind and had to
Made it
rewrite
part
it
two.
to make it a movie. So I don't know if it ruined the story or not, or whatever it did. But I think
Well,
it comes down to writing. At the end of the day, if the story is good enough for a long form TV series, the writing needs to be spot on. It needs to be engaging, and you probably need to. Because what I got from what Quentin Tarantino was saying was that his I think when it comes to TV series, you have to end the story within the story. There has to be a sort of like a big bang at the end of the season finale
yeah, I get that.
to finish off the story, and then you move on to next season and another story within the same universe.
Mm.
So I think
But
what's happened is that there's no sort of there's a gray line
yeah, it doesn't
at the
never
end
end
of
there.
a season. There's like the story just carries on and it can carry on and carry on and carry on until you jump the shark or. But I think all that comes down to good writing, if it's great or not. But I've been only seeing series now are less than 10 episodes now. They go to 8. Like the Star Wars ones, they're all 8 episodes now. Like there used to be 12, then it was 10, now it's 8. So
Yeah, it's getting less and less for each season.
yeah,
Even the seasons now, like I've noticed some shows, like Ozark and that, they stopped at what, four seasons. So that's staying the trend as well. But man, yeah, if it's good, like you were saying, good writing, man, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll go along for the train ride.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, that was my sort of thing. Wanted to discuss before we jump in. But now, man, this episode 13. Before we get into spoilers, what was your initial reaction when the credits were rolling? I'll start with you, Eric.
I was like, I didn't get it. Like the ending, I was like, that's exactly what I said in my head. I was like, huh? I still didn't get it. That's what I was thinking. After the credits were rolling, like, how are they going to save the ranch? I still didn't get this Casey's plan. But no, it was that wasn't what I expected. I thought it was like another filler almost. It's like, man, don't we have one more episode left now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, are they gonna jam pack it with all the action in it, or is this gonna be a actionless season? I'm just throwing that out there. Look, got some predictions, but I don't think you guys are gonna like it. But yeah, now, yeah, I was just thinking through my head out there. I was like, it felt like a fuller, like, oh, we're going around the merry-go-round again kind of series. That's what I was thinking anyway. But yeah. How about you guys?
Solid. Fuck, man. At the end of the episode, I was like, what the fuck is this shiz, man? This, like, the previous episode, and I agreed, and I listened to last week's podcast, you guys did, I agreed everything that was, like, slow, was pretty shit. But I gotta tell you that last night's was probably the most mud fucking episode out of all the series, bro. And, because, I don't know, it was entertaining in its own little right, but in terms of being a fan from the start, like, it was far removed from the fucking what we're used to. Like, number one, I didn't think it kind of extended any storylines that we've been following. And number two, we're talking about beginning, middle, and end. It was the beginning kind of set up the stuff with Jamie. The end kind of left us like, oh shit, what's happening with the ranch now? And then the middle was like the Taylor Sheridan show. Like, Kamala wants to write all about himself. How he was a mean fucking cowboy writer he is, and he's got like a playboy with all these guineas. Sorry to just I don't want to spoil the spoilers, but you know what I mean? It was like, hey, what the fuck am I watching? Like, that was entertaining, it was funny. And then to see Beth and him together, it's like, hey, I don't want to see no Beth playing poker. I want to see her being like Beth the Destructor. Like, hey, you know what I mean? It was like a mud episode. And to be honest with you, whatever happens in the last episode, man, series, what do you call it? What are they calling it? Series 5.2 has been gaffes, bro. And you said it from the start, Cams. It's going to be hard for them to, what are they going to do after Costner left them hanging? Well, fuck, I think Costner fucking The show died when he died. Like, but there was potential to do a lot with it in these 4 whatever episodes with Rip. Like,
Yeah.
Rip didn't really nothing, bro. Rip's been a little bitch. Like, we haven't seen him be no tough guy. SOB. I thought we were gonna see it with Casey. With what did he do? He just fucking the last one. He just threatened the guy in the Carvalho. That's all he's done. Like,
Yeah.
like,
We'll
man,
get to
people have killed your dad. Let's go do some fucking John Wick shit. Like, it's just, man, it was disappointing. And it was almost like, it's killed it for me, bro. I'm still going to watch it, how it ends. But it's like, man, Sheridan's got too much shit going on. I don't think that he gave us his full, for this 5.2, like you said, kids, they just rushed it all together. Man, I almost feel like maybe I should have fucking did some writing last year to help him out, man. Like, I don't know, man. I was disappointed.
It looked like Kevin Costner took the script, bro.
The
He
main
ran
writer
off the script.
took Taylor Sheridan's main fucking writer with him for his company.
Oh, right, man.
Oh,
I thought I was the only one that noticed it. Shit.
You know, guys, I want to tell you guys, as far as penultimate episodes go for any series, this must be the worst penultimate episode for any series I've ever seen before in my life, man. You know, it's like we're gearing up for the ending, and it looks like, what, are they going to do a 2-hour last episode now to fit everything in? And I knew this was going to happen. I said it from the start when part 2 came out. Like, man, it was so slow. I was thinking, hang on, man, you got like 5 episodes here. Are you going to fit everything in? Because it looks like nothing happened in the first episode. Like, and like nothing really happened. Then the second episode came, and nothing really. Those steps forward. There was only one step. Was only one step forward. So yeah, I was concerned, and now I am concerned now. Because come on, man, this is the second to last episode, and you guys are right. Nothing really happened to move things along. And yeah, we'll talk about it in the spoilers too. But yeah, this was a disappointing. We were talking about the difference between TV series and movies. You could actually make a movie out of these last part 2 of the season. Just take all the bullshit out and you've got yourself a movie. You probably got yourself less than a movie. I mean, there's so many storylines in this part 2 that probably unnecessary, didn't need. And it's like, and it wasn't even part of the main storyline. It's like, what? So, but then I was thinking, okay, this is the last season. We've seen the interviews on TV, interviewed the actors. They're saying it's sad that was the last, but it's beautiful and all that kind of stuff. And it just seems like Taylor Sheridan's using these last episodes as a farewell rather than what's happening in the story. Because we're visiting each of these characters and taking long with their storylines to say sort of, oh yeah, this is the last time we're gonna see these characters. And it's like a farewell tour for everyone that starred in the series, and the main storyline is getting affected by that, But I guess I understand it, but nah, man. I think fans are angry. If you look on social media, there's a lot of fans out there that are disappointed at where the series is going, especially this episode, because what you spoke of, Simon, everyone else is saying that too on social media, right? So, yeah, it's one of those. I don't know. It's one of those things, but yeah, man, I was disappointed, and yeah, we're stuck in it. We have to see what happens now. We can't leave. We can't leave. We gotta play this out. So yeah. Okay, boys.
That's what I mean, bro. I'm ingo, like, oh, fuck this shit. But like, I've come all this way, bro. I have to finish it. But like, most of me is like, fuck, I don't fucking waste my time. It's stupid, bro. but you gotta know what's going on, bro. You gotta have an input, man. Yeah, like that's the worst. There's a Rotten Tomato fucking goat of all penultimate. I think this whole 5.2, bro, it's just like too many little teasers. Too many little teasers and not enough fucking real. Where are these storylines going, man? Like, I think they detract from what Yellowstone's all about. Is like cowboys kicking ass, man.
Yeah.
And I think what the worst thing they could do now is say, "Oh, we're going to bring out season 6." That's probably the worst thing they could do after doing this.
If they do that, I'm not watching it, bro. If they do that, I'm not watching it, man. Stop that.
Saying that, fucking 1940 something with what's his name looks good, eh?
Oh yeah.
Apparently that's coming. I haven't seen the trailer. But you know you want to watch it.
Right.
And I really like the 1920 or something. The one with Harrison Ford. So
yeah, that was good.
Man, I just
that's coming back soon.
But yeah. Main Yellowstone is pretty disappointing now, man. Where it's got to.
Yeah, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, I think there's something in what you said. I think Taylor Sheridan's too excited to write Landman. He's pulled all his efforts in Landman and left Yellowstone behind.
He's like, fuck that shit. Let's go. Just say goodbye.
Yeah.
Hang his boots.
Okay, boys, we'll get into some spoilers now. So, like always, we'll do the WesWes What the Hell Happened recap, starting now. Season 5, Episode 13, Give the World Away, directed by Michael Friedman, written by Taylor Sheridan. At Yellowstone, the ranch gets ready for an auction event where it will sell its livestock to pay the land tax. Beth decides to visit Travis in Texas to sell their $1 million horses. Rainwater and Mo talk about vandalizing the pipeline project at the lake. The cops raid Market Equities and search Sarah Atwood's office. Jamie starts to worry when the cops find evidence against him and a potential conspiracy with John Dutton's death. Ryan, Tita, and Walker return to the Yellowstone Ranch. Walker comforts Tita, who is still mourning Kobe's death. Beth arrives at Travis's house and catches him playing strip poker while potential horse buyers await. Travis cons the Brazilian buyers and sells a horse for $3 million. Beth asks Travis to come back to Yellowstone to help sell more livestock, but Travis tells Beth he'll play strip poker for it. Jamie visits his baby mama, Christina, and she gives him advice on how to get out of his predicament. It's auction day at the ranch. Food is served, a country band is playing, and the Montana locals attend the festivities. Beth comforts Tita and takes her out to a bar in town, causing trouble to some patrons. On day 2 of the auction, there's a memorial ceremony for John Dutton and Kobe. $30 million is raised from the auctions. Casey asks Beth a business question, and Beth works out Casey has a plan to save the Yellowstone Ranch. And that was your WesWes What the Hell Happened recap. All right, boys, favorite scene?
I think I mentioned it before, like, just for comical value, was that Sheridan with his gangs and all of a sudden all these playboys, but even just leading up to that with Rip's story to Beth about how he like fucking beat up all these guys in the fucking bar and saved them. Like, bro, where the fuck did this character come from? We only really know him in little bits of being the guy who's teaching
the horses.
Yeah, teaching what's his name how to fucking be a cowboy, how to be a horse trainer. And then all of a sudden, that's why I was joking, but I was actually, it's for real. It was the Taylor Sheridan show for much of that fucking scene, for much of that episode. so it just, I mean, this guy he was like, is he trying to push his 4-6's ranch or just talk himself up? Like, so all of a sudden, this character we don't really see much. He's fucking Rip's. He's like even tougher than Rip. And then he shows his fucking gingle and he's like got a Playboy ranch with all these gingies, bro. That's what I was like. It was my favorite, and it was like Ingle from a Yellowstone fan point of view was like, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't too much in there. For me to enjoy. I don't know if it's enjoyable, but I can see the writing on the wall, man. Like, when at the end when Casey's got kind of puts the idea into Beth, man, it looks like they're gonna fucking give it to the Inkias, man, the natives. Hey, what do you reckon?
Yeah,
Which is
that was my
almost
thought
a
too.
really cool roundabout way of where this land should be in the hands of these natives who've been there for millennia, way before Palangis got to those lands. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was, like I said before, man, not much to enjoy about the episode, but that shit was funny. How, like, I think he's earned the right to talk himself up and write himself up, but I don't think he had the Yellowstone fans in his mind when he did this fucking episode, man, because it's like, oh, come on, bro. We know you're an expert horse rider. Now you got like 5 gingies, and now you're taking off your awful and you got a mean bod. Shit, man. Like, hey, he should be fucking writing Rip up. Rip's the one in this fucking, and I'm ranting here, but we're seeing badass Rip. Hey, we've just seen gentle giant Rip. Yeah, that's why I've been disappointed, man. But anyway, that's my little enjoyable scene.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, bro. That was
scene-
my enjoyable scene too.
That scene takes up most of the episode. It felt like,
Yeah,
and you're right. Like,
it was enjoyable.
Taylor Sheridan did write himself in. He's the writer, and like, it was uncalled for. And like that part of his character, like us seeing him like that, like, yeah, you're right. We never seen him like that before. He's always been that character that comes in and out. So I guess for the penultimate episode, we didn't really need that. You know, just go and sell those horses because the thing is, like, half of part 2, right? It's dangerous because the bad guys are capable of killing you, right? And it looks like that all ended when fucking Sarah died, and that was like 2 episodes ago. So there's no danger anymore, right? It's just the corporate thing and the local government taking over the ranch, and that's it. That's the only threat now.
Where
So there's no really any.
It killed Sarah, man. Like, that's the intrigue.
Yeah.
Are they going to give us all of that in one last episode?
I think Casey scared them away, man. Like, I was like, where are they? Is that it? Is that all it takes to scare them?
I mean,
Shit,
there's no real threat, life or death threat anymore. Which
supposedly,
you know, part 5, I mean, season 5, that had the death threat over our heads nearly the whole season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now there's no threat anymore. It's like the only threat is just losing the ranch. But that's not like a high stakes thing, right?
When they opened up 5.2 with the John Dutton death, it was gonna, you know, in my mind it was gonna be like, who done it? You know, it's just murder mystery. We've had fucking none of that, man. We're just little bits of it, bro. Hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
Flashbacks in that.
Well, I know what we don't have we've had a lot of, and when I mentioned that this feels like now, and I think this episode cemented it. This feels like a farewell tour for the characters in Yellowstone, right? Because now we're just looking at the not drama, but you know, the work life of these cowboys.
Yeah.
And the lifestyle, and what happens to the lifestyle when the threat is closing its doors, and now you got to find a new job. That's the only thing we've got now, right?
I think they're done. Five seasons. I think they're done. Hey.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the air's been taken out of this whole season. The whole series, the air's been taken up. And
I did, man. Kevin Costner killed it.
Yeah, he fucking killed it.
Yeah. So I think you're right, Si. I think for me, my favorite scene would be the whole Beth going to Texas and doing all the strip poker, and even the selling of that horse. How he tricks those Brazilians into giving up $3 million.
It was just another thing to make it look like the man, eh? Like, oh, I got
exactly.
Okay, now you're.
And then to put the cherry on top, he writes Beth asking the girlfriend, so So what do you like about this guy? And he's how he rides. And then you see him riding and it's like this guy.
And the cowboy music in the background. Even the
Oh,
cowboy music
man.
when they were going to his ranch, man. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
You can get away with
Oh,
that
of course.
when you make your own show, you write your own show, and you're worth $200 million, man.
Yeah.
How about you, Eric? What scenes stand out for you?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that Simon was talking about. That's probably the only scene that was worth watching. I think there's some moments in the episode where I actually skipped forward. I didn't even bother watching some of it.
Talk.
There was some, especially with the interaction with Beth and Tiva at the bar.
Yeah.
I kind of
That was a weird
forward.
scene, eh?
What was the
I was
point
like-
in that?
I think it was paying homage to, you know how Beth is?
Mm.
And she was always the type at the bar busting balls.
Mm.
I think they were trying to go back and reminisce that, but I didn't
And
see
that's
any
why I
point of
say,
that.
and that's why I say, this feels
Yeah,
like
the
a farewell
Bye-bye.
tour of the characters. Like now we're gonna see some reminiscing stuff the characters used to do back in the days. You
I
know?
definitely
Yeah,
thought
but
of
we
that.
don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that shit. It was like, fuck, man, get back to the story. But yeah.
That's a
So,
Yellowstone. It's a story. It feels like there's no story anymore. It's just like we're just going with the flow now.
You know what I found funny? I found funny about the scene with and I think this character's been there because there's a lot there. What's his name? Jamie. There's a lot there to hate about this character, but he just hasn't been shown enough. Hey, I think he's the biggest because we can't see the main villain. We don't know who it is. He's part of the villain, right? We haven't seen enough of it, bro. I don't think that's been a thing explored enough. But what I found funny was just how weak they make him feel. Because now, look at him, he's acting like a bitch again. And now he runs back to he's stalking his baby mama. And now his baby mama's like ordering him what to do. This is what we got to do. You know what I mean? This character, ever since he's left the Dutton Ranch, has just become like a fucking puppet, a weasel who can't get through life without some strong woman telling him what to do.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? He already
Yeah,
got
bro.
it's fucking his fault. Fucking the fine chicken got killed off because he's such a dumb asshole. And now he didn't know what to do. He was moping around at home and then run off trying to stalk his baby mama. And she knows how weak he is. This is what you got to do. Blah blah blah. Which is another little teaser. There's another thing that just kind of wheels you in. Reels you in. Like, okay, so where's this kind of character? He's going to grow some balls being the fucking attorney general, and is this the path he's going to take? So, yeah, that's why I found interesting.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, see the Jamie thing, that's part of the main story. That's part of the main story. But we're getting bits and pieces of it.
That's right.
We're getting bits and pieces of the main story amongst stuff that
Amongst fluff.
But it's fluff that doesn't need to be concentrated on, right? It's too much of it. It's like the main story is getting pushed aside.
Yeah.
Because now, as an audience, I'm like, probably don't care about the main story now. Like, I don't care if Jamie lives or dies now, because I want to see. Because it's more like towards, are they gonna save the ranch or not?
Yeah. I was kind of interested in what's going to happen with the ranch and these cowboys. But I didn't think we needed a whole fucking episode for a fucking auction of the fucking horses, you know?
And the cattle.
Yeah. Whereas the main nitty gritty wasn't, we got what, 10 minutes of it?
Yeah, with them riding the horses in that. They did 5 minutes at with the Brazilians. And the whole auction scene was probably a good quarter of the episode.
I don't know.
You know what this reminds me of? Because ever since I've been watching Yellowstone, it's been really good. I've enjoyed it. Wanting to know what's happened. It's action packed at times. You know, it's pretty engaging. It's intriguing until now. But this reminds me of you guys watch much NBA, but remember Kobe Bryant's last season in the NBA? They called it the Kobe Bryant retirement tour,
Yeah.
where the Lakers didn't even care if they won or lost. They just wanted to showcase Kobe playing all the other stadiums, going around the country playing all the other teams, and sort of like his last hurrah, his last tour. And they didn't even give a fuck about winning or losing, right? That's what it seems like. If you're
Yeah.
like a Lakers fan, would you be pissed off at that? You know,
Shit.
Flat out.
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
And
It's like the
Oh man.
it's like what the Black Caps are doing now with Tim Saudi. Like, he's been Gaia. He's Gaia, man, and they're still keeping him on just because he's retiring. Fuck.
But-
Should have taken him out, man.
I like the comparison, man. But you know what?
Yeah, bro.
The biggest disappointment is, it's been 2 years, man. 2 years, four fucking episodes, bro. Like, come on, man.
Man.
Did
They must have
Kevin
redid the
Costner
episodes
take all the
over.
fucking creativity with him, or what?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
They
man.
must have redid them over and over again, eh? Like, oh no, we got the episodes done. Oh no, we have to reshoot them. Let's do it again. Shit. Trash.
I mean, if it's going to be a movie length last episode, this shit would have to be some kind of fucking Martin Scorsese / Tarantino shit to really bring me back, because I just
4K.
yeah, because I just think it's real disappointing as a fan who they've made us wait this long for last 4 episodes of a season. It's just crazy, because it's just build-ups, bro. That's what this whole 5.2 should be called. Build-ups.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the plan at the end, Casey's plan. What do you guys think is going on? Because the way Casey described it to Biff, like he's describing a business transaction if there was tax involved. So the thing is, like, tax takes a cut of how much you paid for something, right? So if something is worth $1 million and you just pay $1, the tax won't take from the percentage from the $1 million. The tax will take from the percentage of what has been what the transaction was. And if it's $1, then only taxes worth is within that $1. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna sell the land for $1 and then not have to pay the tax? So there'll be 30 million up there. They'll keep the 30 million and that's it. Pretty much, eh?
It's obvious they're gonna sell it. Initially, I thought because it doesn't take the grandson, Casey's son. He's the number one. What do you call it? He's the recipient of the will. Like
Rancher,
he's a ranch. So like, but then I thought, they can't sell to someone who's already getting it. So, and that's when I thought, the Native Indians, man. Hey, they've really been they've kind of been neglected, eh? These 5.2. I mean, we've seen them in fucking what, 2 scenes. That's my only. I can't imagine who they would trust to sell the land to. Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon, Eric? They're obviously going to sell it to keep it, or not to give it to developers.
Yeah, I think the main goal is because Dutton wanted the whole area just to leave it, don't let Montana build on it. Instead of Montana to build any like airports, shopping malls, he doesn't want that shit. He just wants it as it is. So I think the wisest thing to do would give it to the Indians, because then they'll keep it that way.
Yeah, the Indians want that same thing too. Right?
Yeah, they'll keep it how it is, how it's supposed to be. So yeah, I think it's wise to say that they'll do that. But I was still trying to figure out, the whole plan, like how you were saying that if the car's if Biff owned the vehicle and it was $300,000, but she sold it to Casey for $1, then Casey would only have to pay the tax of the amount that he paid for was $1. So if they sell the land to the Indians for like probably even $1,000, they will only have to pay the taxes of $1,000 for the entire estate.
Yeah.
So that was like, shit, okay. I had to watch it 3 times. And I still didn't get it. I was like, huh? Well, the third time, just before I started watching Dune, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I clicked. So I was like, shit. That's when I thought, oh, the only best, would be the Indians to give it to them. And it's funny how you say that you only see them at 2 scenes, right? Because we see them at the 2 scenes at the same place, looking at the same pipeline. like they're still there, trying to figure out, man, they got to build these pipes, bro. Well, they can't do it if we take the pipes away. And the guys are like, that's declaring war. We've been at war for ages, man. We just stopped fighting. Like, what?
I hope those 2 actors got an alright contract and not get paid by their fucking airtime, screen time. We've seen fuck all of them, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you say wrap up the conversation in that one scene, eh? Like, you got 2 scenes in 2 different episodes, and that's the same thing. Like, why couldn't you say that when you were there yesterday? You know?
And we're back here again looking at the same shit, bro. So, it's Wednesday today.
So, I don't know how Taylor Sheridan does the how do you do the, like, when you set out all the scenes? Oh, yes, put the scene here, let's put the scene there. It's like, man, that management of scenes is it's kind of off.
It's shocking. That's what I'm kind of scared to watch stuff. The final episode. I'm just like, I don't know. I watch it with my eyes closed. Fuck.
Might be a lot of skips up in there next week.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Other scenes, there was another scene I liked was when the crew, like Ryan Walker and them and Tina and them, they were in their Yellowstone uniforms, the brown shirts, and they were just all hanging out. I think that's their last hurrah. That's the last scene for those guys, eh? We won't see much of them, I think, next episode. I think next episode we'll go into, and we're going to talk about predictions now, but I think next episode we'll have to wrap things up, but I think concentrate more on the main storyline, hopefully. Because you can see that he's stored each of these small scenes for the main storyline. He spread them out throughout, like, the last 4 episodes. Like, if you think of every time Jamie comes on the screen, it's bits and pieces of his story, right? So they haven't really gone into, like, his moving forward is. And you're right, Si, when you talked about in the beginning, like, when it comes to Rip, there was nothing on him. Like, so he's either going to be the action man at the end, in the next episode, because he is the muscle after all, so he has to do something. So I don't know if you guys caught the trailer for next episode.
Nah, I haven't seen it. Is there one out?
Yeah.
I just happened back on last week. You guys wrapping up the episode. I kind of thought, with the trauma that the ranch is going through with the death of John Dutton, why did they have to fucking kill off the Maoli, bro? Like, was that required? Did that add anything to the whole story? Hey, and it just, like, I love seeing the scenes with the cowboys and that, but that just killed it killed it, It turned Lloyd sad, Tita's sad, everyone's sad, bro. And they're still trying to get over their boss. Their boss is fucking got murdered. So, like, we'll just throw on a little accidental death. The only black guy in the whole fucking... Hey, like, it just... I don't see why... I think that was the big filler. There's a lot of bullshit fillers, but that was a big filler that was like...
There was a big filler.
Yeah.
Fucking add anything to the whole... The general theme or the... It just made it more depressing, man. Galo Fire Tita, and she was just fucking crying all fucking episode, this one. But yeah, man, I just think that was a waste of airtime, bro. Not because it's the only black guy, but it's just like, it's cool seeing the Cowboys and what they're going to do, but man, it was just like, you just made them mope around because their mate died. You know what I mean? Which is human nature, but I'd rather see these guys. What I wanted to see was Casey and Rip, like, after Beth do some investigation, Casey and Rip lead these Cowboys to go do some ass kicking, bro. That's what I want to see. But we've seen none of that, bro. We've just seen this whole ranch turn into like, oh, these guys are all sad,
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
got a funny feeling there ain't gonna be no ass kicking in the season 2 for the rest of the season. I got a funny feeling.
Well,
Yeah.
Jamie needs to get it. Jamie has to get it.
The funny thing is,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give it to Jamie. I think Jamie's gonna do it himself.
I hope not. I hope not, man. If this guy doesn't fucking die in the last thing, I'm gonna fucking. That's it for Taylor Sheridan shit. I'm just gonna pour them.
No, I think Jamie will die, but I just
You
don't
better
think.
die, man. You better
I think
die.
it's not gonna be the way we want it.
He has to die. At least give the audience something. All the disappointed Yellowstone fans that are on social media right now,
Yeah.
give them something. Give them something.
And you know how cool that there's been so much action out of all the seasons, right? The brothers from HHODS, Hollywood Husbands of Samoa, right? They ain't gonna do no voiceovers in these last fucking 4 episodes, bro. There was nothing there for them to work on. You know what I mean? Maybe when Taylor Sheridan doing his fucking horsing shit with his, but there was just nothing action wise or any funny shit for those guys to voice over, man.
So what do you think of all these rumors on these spin-offs that are gonna come? Like the Biff and Rip TV series or the 4-6s TV series? You think those are gonna happen, or would you want to watch them? Or...
It's a 4-6's series.
Yeah.
See that shit with him, with the Playboy shit? That should go in the 4-6. Maybe this motherfucker's trying to do a preview of what's to come in the 4-6 shit.
Yeah.
I ain't watching that. I just want to see the finishing of his spin-offs from Yellowstone. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, true that.
Have you, Eric? You interested in those and those spin-offs? Because remember like we mentioned before, the Matthew McConaughey one, 1944, is going to come out too.
Yeah. I would want to watch that. And if Harrison Ford pulls out another 1923, yeah, I'll be keen for that as well. But I don't know about any of the other spin-offs, related to the main story of Yellowstone that we know. I probably won't get into that stuff. I probably have a browse for it, but I'm not. I won't jump for joy when it comes out. Just
what about 2042 tape? 2050 tape at the Yellowstone Ranch.
Yeah, they were looking doing some kind of flipping space cows or some shit.
But there's a bit of a clue in the scene when Beth is in the airplane. She's looking at a brochure of a ranch somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's a clue. What she's
she
thinking
might
about.
be buying her own ranch. By the looks of it.
Yeah.
For her and Rip.
Hope it gets better.
I don't think so.
So, boys, I think that's I say. Let's wrap it up. Let's do some last words. Let's go, Si.
Last words. I don't know, man. I was just thinking about the series. I just hope there's a happy ending for Lloyd. Lloyd is one of the most fucking loyal characters in that movie, man. Especially having to put up with that singer guy who they branded him after he stole his skinny. Like Taylor Sheridan should show him more love, eh? And Lloyd didn't get to go and do cowboy shit down in Texas. Told him to stay home. So yeah, man. Big ups to Lloyd and Rip. I want to see more of those two, man. But yeah, like I said, disappointing end to the whole fucking series. But I'll be back next week to fucking break down this fucking ending.
There was that little scene. There was that little scene inside the bunkhouse when Tita was crying, and Lloyd was there, and Tita mentioned, Lloyd mentioned, yeah, we shot the horse, and Tita was going, yeah, but he didn't shoot him fast enough. Like he should have shot him before. And then you could see Lloyd. He got upset. He was like, put his hand on his face, and he walked off. Went to get the hat. Went to get the hat for a raise.
He tried to tell Rip, but no.
Either way, because Lloyd was the one that was thinking to try and tame that horse. Remember, there was a couple of scenes where he was trying to tame that wild horse, and he kept on talking about it. And they kept on saying, you should just put it down, bro.
Yeah.
And cost a man's life.
Your last words, Eric?
Ah, man. I don't know.
He's done as well.
Yeah, I think I've completely done, bro. I'm like absolutely spent, man. I just want to watch the last episode and get through it now. But yeah, I think the Indians will get the land. They'll probably have Don's funeral, with them. They're, like you were saying, the farewell. So they'll probably be the spectacular farewell of the last episode. So I don't think we're going to be seeing much of the storyline in the last episode. I have no idea what's going to happen to Jamie. I hope he does die in this last episode. Yeah, I haven't got much left in the clip. Yeah, this show sucks right now.
I'm jumping the science fiction buzz now, and then I'm cowboyed out.
Yeah,
I think Beth still got her plan in motion because she was seemed calm when she phoned Jamie. Jamie was saying, "Man, if I go down, the whole family's going down. You're going down. Casey goes down. I'll reveal all the secrets." And he was pissed off, but Beth, she was calm. She said, remember what I said before? Yeah, you wait, motherfucker. Hang up. Like she's got something planned, eh?
Yeah.
You reckon she'll take him to the bus stop?
I mean, she's not worried. So I think that's a clue. Yeah, that's a clue. She's not worried, so she's got a plan, and it's probably in effect. So,
yeah, true that.
Yeah. But no, man, yeah, I'm with you guys, man. The disappointing penultimate episode. Yeah, I think if it was going to be disappointing, this would have been it. So now we got one more episode to just see what happens, and yeah, man, I probably won't show up next episode of this $2 cowboy hat. Just chuck it away. Here's my $2 cowboy hat, man.
If the next episode sucks, bro, I probably won't even turn up. Just be a blank spot there, bro. Just be you and Simon.
But nah, man, it's good to have you boys on. It's good to talk about some TV shows in Yellowstone. We've got one more episode to go. We'll do it next week. All right, have a good week.
Bye, boys.
I want to get off and watch some Jamie Foxx. All right,
Usos. Like you get 10 minutes.
Bye.